for 30,000 people. Mind-blowing. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you,
So
Catherine.
honored you came.
Thank you.
15 businesses, you lost 15 businesses.
We are moving miracle.
Clearly you are. There's
Yes.
no other better definition.
Grace of God.
And then were you about to give up and then Optiven was birthed?
Yes, I had actually given up.
Oh, you had?
Because the last one that I lost, I actually lost 5 million.
Oh.
And that was my 10-year savings. And I lost 5 million. I lost friends, and I had only 2 friends. My pastor, who is my current bishop, Reverend Katutu, and my wife, Mary Washuka. All the friends disappeared. And I closed the office, and then my office was Uhuru Park with my Bible, a notebook, and a pen. Every day I would walk from Imara Daima to Uhuru Park, just there. And I was even trying to pray, and prayers, you think they are not going anywhere.
Yeah.
And I was actually depressed. I was under depression because no money, no friends, no work. At some point, I said I would never do business again. And I started doing applications to different organizations.
Yeah.
And for 1 year, nobody even responded, even to say regret that, George, you are seeing your application, we regret you have no job. Nobody responded. And I did so many applications. That time you have done CPAK, you have a BCom, you have a master's in business administration, and nobody really responded. It's as if the heavens had
Shut down.
You know, at some point I said, hey, George,
Yes.
what are you doing? And I remember one time that I was going to town, and at about 3 p.m., I discovered my shoes were different. Nobody had told me that the shoes were different.
Like,
Totally different.
not the same pair.
Not the same pair. Then I discovered, George, I think now you're getting mad. And I discovered that that's the time that the depression was actually at the
Peak.
topmost.
My God.
And that's why today, when I look at people, you know, I love mentorship. When I look
Yes.
at people and they are suffering,
Yes.
I feel them because I was there. And that's how this George Wachiuri Group mentorship was born, because
Yes.
you may be doing so well today. Tomorrow you can be down there in the valley. And that's why I tell people that when you're up in the valley, remember the people who are down the valley. And that's why for us we say Optiven Foundation, our duty is to commit 5% of the money we make to the foundation to lift those other people who may not be able.
Yeah.
And I'm happy that for the last 10 years that we registered foundation, we have over 543 kids that we sponsor as we talk to you now, Catherine,
Wow.
that they are able to access education. We have a program for the girls.
Yeah.
We have a program for cerebral palsy cases, because where I came from, I can relate, I can remember. And for me, that was not the first one, because when I was 7 years, I lost my father. You know, I come from a very dry place called Kieni.
Okay.
And my mother was not educated at all. And we were 8 of us. And life was extremely difficult. I remember 1984. We were literally eating leaves. There was no food at all. Thank God to the late President, His Excellency Daniel Moi, who supplied us the yellow maize. And it was tough. It was difficult, you know, and the life was very tough. So when I see people having challenges, I have been there. Going to school, you know, I not know the importance of school. I went to primary school, and my vision was to be a hands boy. Once I finished class 8, I was saying, wow, those times the hands boy were paid 150 shillings.
What's
and
a
I
hands
knew
boy?
the guy who takes care of the cows, you know, and goats. You follow cows and goats, you are paid end of the month 150 bob.
That was your
that was my vision. Until the time I did class 8, and I saw my brother who went to Kenyaga High School, that he had passed, and my mother bought him a trouser. I remember it was black and some stripes. I said, wow, that it means you pass exam, you are able to get a trouser.
Yeah.
That one inspired me like this. And I repeated class 8, because the first session I failed class 8. I repeated, just to see what my brother was done.
Yes.
So when I went back, it was as if something just came up. And I studied so hard.
Yeah.
We could not afford paraffin. So you only study during the day.
My
And during the day
Lord.
you study
Yes.
and study. When the class 8 exams came out, I had women saying, Georgina Hetoka, you know, George has passed. And when I went to look for the exam, I was number 1 in my Labora primary school. And by the grace of God, I was admitted to Chiga Boys.
So before you admitted, did you
Yes.
get the trouser?
I got.
We thank God. Mommy remembered to get the trouser.
A trouser. And going to high school, we are not sure whether we will be able to finish.
Right.
Because we had no money to pay fees.
How many children were you in your family?
We are 8 of us.
8.